And next up on Cartoon Network, lock up your kids because it's time for Wee Baby Bears.
We'll convert your children. Someone's gotta teach them not to hate. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children. We're coming for them. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children. We're coming for them. We're coming for them. Pulling an ally of you yet.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quarter. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Here's an interesting new show on Cartoon Network called Wee Baby Bears, aimed at children who are 6 years old, now introducing two non-binary characters who use they-them pronouns in a new episode. Now, a lot of people will gaslight and say, so what? It's not a big deal. It is a big deal, in fact, and Cartoon Network has a very long and well-documented history of pushing gender ideology on, well, their audience of kids. It's something that has disrupted and irritated parents several times in the past, including their use of Steven Universe to tell kids to be anti-racist, whatever that is. And this time, it's pushing more of this weirdo gender ideology on kids. The aim is to confuse, to recruit. This is my opinion. Just because every time you look at the kind of people who are behind these shows, they look and talk exactly like you might expect. By the way, if you're enjoying the videos, I hope you'll leave a like on it. And if you haven't yet, I hope today will be the day I earn your subscription. There's a button right down below, whether you're watching on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey. I'm just happy you're watching, so please do. I hope I'll earn your subscription. The Cartoon Network show Wee Baby Bears is used to set characters who identify as non-binary and use they-them. The animated episode, titled Polly's New Crew, will feature gender-neutral characters, a box and a parrot. In the network's attempt to be inclusionary, the show is intended to be viewed by children over the age of 6. In the trailer for the kids' show, one character says, "I am the great Winifred, she, her, actor extraordinaire." See, if these characters use these pronouns, it might be one thing, but they always end up then going on to explain why it's better and more exciting and more interesting to have these things. The bear says, our crew also has a new addition. They use they-them pronouns and make an exceptionally good quiche. How does a box make a quiche? One might wonder. Polly and the pirate captain then flies over to say they use they-them pronouns as well. The new episodes of Wee Baby Bears air on Saturday, June 17th, and the network pre-warned parents that they will feature two non-binary characters and a discussion about pronoun usage. This show first aired back in January 2022 and is a prequel to the We Bear Bears. In a tweet on March 30th, the Transgender Day of Visibility. When is a day of them not being visible? What is that day? Cartoon Network said, addressing someone using their pronouns and name shows that you respect them as their authentic self. We celebrate the journey of our trans and gender non-conforming friends. They mean kids. One disgruntled adult wrote on social media following the news, "Not the first time Cartoon Network has done this, not the last. They are 100% coming for your kids." Another person chimed in, "I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to remember when Cartoon Network brought joy to all without pushing an agenda." A third added, "I still cannot understand the obsession with introducing gender ideology into children's spaces." While a fourth said, as a rule of thumb, don't let your kids watch anything made in about the past 7 years. Now, a lot of people saying it's outrage over nothing. Imagine seeing a cardboard box and a parrot going by they, them pronouns and crying about it. See, the thing is, this is the gaslighting, right? Oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Nothing's a big deal. Why are you getting upset over nothing? You're getting upset over nothing. You're crazy. They did it to, when everyone made fun of She-Ra, who the actress or the cartoon character that they made look like a man. Oh, what do you want to sleep with cartoon characters? Oh, you're mad that your cartoon characters aren't hot enough for you to fap to? That's just them gaslighting because they know you're on to them. This is not the first time the non-binary and transgender tropes in children's television have caused a stir. In March, Netflix quietly canceled a woke animated kids show which featured a bison who came out as non-binary to its grandmother. Ridley Jones released its 5th and final season last week, which was not given any promotion, and the show's creator Chris Nee claimed in a tweet. They claim the two-time Kids Screen Award winner and Emmy nominee series received harsh criticism online following the release of episode 8 of season 5, Her Day, which centers around a bison called Fred who comes out as non-binary to their grandmother, who is voiced by Cyndi Lauper. Some viewers blasted the TV show for claiming Fred's non-binary identity was slipped in the show's narrative. Do your kids watch Ridley Jones? One viewer asked. It features a female bison who identifies as neither female nor male and wants to be referred to with they-them pronouns, quietly slipped in there. Drip, drip, drip. What a message to send young girls in particular. I mean, the thing is, this stuff is disgraceful. This stuff is done on purpose with the hopes of indoctrinating youth. That's my opinion. Are there people along the way? Are there people involved in this that just wanna do right, and they think they're doing the right thing? Sure. Sure, maybe. I don't even know. It's really, really odd to me that this stuff keeps happening and they just can't stay away from the kids. Why is it that this one community just can't seem to stay away from kids? You remember this? Cartoon Network PSA teaching anti-racism. The crystal gems say, be anti-racist. You have to acknowledge racism to act against it. No, you don't. You just don't. You just have to not be racist. That's like your obligation in general, most people's obligation. And it's like, here's a popular kids character. Let's see how this tweet, is this tweet even still up? Yes, it is. Interracial marriage has been legal for over 50 years. They're trying to claim that in this video, like if we look at this video, black people can't marry white people.
Hey,
when we're older, let's get married.
let's get married. Ha! You can't get married.
Why not?
Black people can't marry white people.
What? First of all, it's also two boys. What? Like, nobody demanding activism from children is evil. The internet is a rocket, and you give them the perfect amount of fuel. Just this picture. It's obviously a good message, but I just know I'm going to keep seeing this in my timeline for weeks. I mean, this is what Cartoon Network is now. It's gross. It's pushing political ideology. It doesn't even matter whether or not you look. I think it's a good message that people can marry whom they wish as long as both parties are willing or whatever the case is. But is children's cartoons the real place to do that? Part of the biggest crime, honestly, of this is that it's so lazy and forced. You used to have shows like Mr. Rogers or even Sesame Street back in the day that would make subtle messages. I remember, was it the Mr. Rogers where he washes the feet of his black mailman? This kind of thing. It had stuff like that didn't feel so forced and cringe and weird. And now this is what we get. Like, just right on the nose, weird, bizarre indoctrination stuff. Cartoon Network. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you appreciated the content, and I hope you did, please do subscribe wherever you're watching it. And we'll talk to you again real soon.